Supplies are the lifeblood of any army. Everything has its use.
Training can be the difference between victory and defeat. Can't wait to see how you do. Training can be the difference between victory and defeat. This strength will ensure nobody dies a needless death.
This strength will serve His Majesty well.
With proper training, you'll be unstoppable.
Welcome. Come back soon.
I carry a little of everything here. Hope to see you again soon.
Training can be the difference between victory and defeat. Can't wait to see how you do.
I'm ready. Stay alert, everyone.
Advance. I'm going.
I've awaited this.
I'm swapping.
Let's begin. I will be your shield.
Begin the operation. I have you in.
Do you want me to lay an ambush? Assistance, please. Begin.
Understood.
I'll handle this.
Your strength. We will proceed as planned.
I'm swapping in.
Knowing when to retreat is a vital strategy.
I have finished with great success. This place is becoming ours.
We're done for. The rest is up to you.
This is not yet the time for celebration. We will proceed as planned. We...
Is it my turn?
We're done for. The rest is up to you.
On to the next then.
Every life equally fragile.
A fine showing.
Strike is one.
Somebody help me!
Flame Spirit, grant me ferocity. Iron Spirit, take my enemy's life.
Your success today has invigorated us all.
This isn't looking so good.
Thank you for your protection, Flame Spirit. Witness Brigid Pride.
I can't wait to test my newfound strength.
Curse that doddering old fool. Striking out on his own was idiotic to the utmost degree. Had he only been more patient, we could have all joined with the Imperial Army's main corps and mobilized as one cohesive unit.
It seems the kingdom's offer of shelter to the Central Church incensed him to act. You know how deeply Lord Lenato's hatred for the Church and their kind has festered. Ever since the day they brought a blade down on his son's neck.
But what of his adopted son? Wasn't he made a knight of the royal family? For a time, he served the Grand Duke of Etha as well. I can't possibly fathom what the man is thinking.
Really? The matter seems rather open and shut to me. He possesses a burning hatred for both the Church and the Archbishop at its head. Just as they deserve the ultimate punishment in Lenato's mind, so too does the king, who has chosen to take them in.
If only he'd slowed down for a moment to consider how his ridiculous actions would affect me. I carried out my betrayal of the kingdom with the promise of imperial protection of our territory firmly in sight. That will, of course, all be for naught if this ends with our lands razed to the ground and my head skewered on the lance of the enraged King of Fargus.
I imagine he will be quite angry. Yes. We should prepare ourselves for what's to come.
If Lord Lenato and his men fall, Aryan Road is sure to be met with a siege. In which case, we hand it back to the kingdom. A peace offering, if you will. But if Lenato emerges victorious, we defect to the Empire as planned. Both sides covet the fortress. Whichever way the winds of war blow, we only need match them to stay afloat.
Are you sure, Your Excellency? Normally you'd balk at such cagey behavior.
Don't play dumb with me, Gwendol. You've said it yourself. There will be no shame in surrender as long as you fight tooth and nail to the end.
Hey! Time to work you into shape. I wonder if this will suit me. Can't wait to see how you do.
There's too much at stake for failure. Do not...
Begin. I will help.
let anyone... Begin the operation. Begin the operation. I have your through.
We will proceed as planned.
I'm going.
We can still reverse our fortunes.
Please.
I've awaited. Lend me your strength.
I'm coming.
We will proceed as planned. We must...
Allow me.
I'm sorry. We weren't strong enough.
This is not yet the time for celebration.
You shall pay for this. You hear?
We'll be in a good position if we can capture this stronghold.
I defy you!
Just wait.
I shall take the lead.
I'm dragging the others down.
It's no use. We can't gain any ground.
Let's get started.
We will proceed as planned.
Knowing when to retreat is a vital strategy.
This place is becoming ours. Begin.
I'm going. Let's begin. It's time.
I've awaited this moment.
Grant them no mercy.
I guess running away is our only option. So this is defeat. I'm sorry.
Hit them hard and fast.
Is that all? Feeble defense.
Begin the operation. Our order...
I'll do it.
We'd like to help.
Let's carve a swath through the battlefield.
I will do this. I'm swapping in.
Success.
It's no use. We can't gain any ground.
Begin. I will help.
I'll
Wounds are
handle
severe.
this.
I have to fall back. I'm sorry. We weren't strong enough.
Now then, what next?
Claim this moment!
Begin the operation.
Is it my turn?
We're done for. The rest is up to you. We're not losing to anyone.
The skies.
They put up a tough fight.
You've done well, everyone.
Witness frigid pride.
How can I best use this power?
So, what do you think?
Hey.
Time to work you into shape. With proper training, you'll be unstoppable. Time to work you into shape.
This'll take some getting used to.
This is better than training alone.
For His Majesty.
I work to grow.
Have I regained my true power?
Time to work you into shape. With proper training, you'll be unstoppable.
I must be telling you.
Let's see.
Hello.
We're all counting on you.
Need something?
I have been noticing that you are going out of your way to be helping me. Even more than the others. Why is this?
You're a foreign queen. Neglecting you would reflect poorly on His Majesty.
You do not need to be worrying. I possess skill at adapting. Before, I was thinking Fargus was too cold. But now, I have become adapted to it.
Good.
But I am experiencing a problem. I still have struggles with the language of Fodlan. Perhaps you can be teaching me?
Me? Teach you the language?
Yes. I know the tongue of Dusker also has many differences from Fodlan's. But you speak as if this is your land of home.
You give me too much credit.
I am spending my days with native speakers just like you. And I am always studying with hardness. But you are still surpassing me in this language. How did you become this way?
His Majesty taught me. He felt it unproductive to communicate in broken sentences, so we spent years teaching each other.
An exchange of languages! That idea is a wonderful one. If Dimitri found success teaching you, maybe you can be doing the same for me. Do we have agreement?
Why me?
You said that Dimitri is not wanting me to be neglected. Not being able to convey my feelings is giving me great sadness. It is making me feel frustration and loneliness.
Ah.
When I was first in Fodlan, I could not be saying anything in this language. Whenever Edelgard was speaking to me, I could only be staring back at her with big, confused eyes. Then I decided to be studying on my own. But the nobles were laughing and saying my words were ugly.
It was the same for me, but His Majesty was always close. If ever I struggled with a word, he would teach me.
But I was a hostage. I was without such a teacher. Until today, now I am having you.
I suppose you do.
Hey, did you hear? We rounded up the last stragglers from House Climate.
Yeah, and brought destruction raining down on one of their villages in the process. Of course, it was partially their fault for mustering an army, but I can't believe His Majesty would allow such meaningless slaughter.
Something on your mind? If you object to their idle gossip, it would behoove you to speak up.
No, it's just... I don't really know what Dimitri was thinking either. It's almost like he's built a wall around himself, ever since the day he killed his uncle.
My apologies, but could I ask you to join Gustav in keeping an eye on things here for the next few days?
Sure. You going somewhere? Kinda surprised Dedu and Rodrigue aren't joining you.
The two of them recently departed for Dusker. They have their own duties to attend to.
Then why don't I join you? I've got more free time these days than I know what to do with.
Offering to work during your well-deserved time off is not as praiseworthy as you believe it to be.
You're one to talk.
I suppose you have a point. Very well. I'll take you up on your offer. The journey will not be a pleasant one, but your assistance will surely prove valuable.
I was wondering where we were going. This is the village that was wiped out during our recent battle. Hold on. You're not planning to bury the dead by yourself, are you? That's not...
Perhaps not. Yet a resting place is all I am capable of offering them now. Were it possible, I would not have let this village lose a single brave soul. I never intended to see them incinerated by the all-consuming flames of this war. But as the one who authorized our battle strategy, I alone am culpable for their deaths.
It's not like you made the decision lightly, though. You discussed it for hours with Rodrigue and the others.
Even so, no means can possibly excuse these ends. No amount of justification will bring back the lives that were lost here.
True. And no matter how hard you fight for a better outcome, there's no guarantee you'll actually achieve it.
No. I cannot shut my eyes to the cruelty my actions have wrought. Yet, if I do not claim this battle, and its aftermath to be just and proper, my soldiers will lose faith in me. How long must this horrible cycle continue?
Don't be like that, Dimitri. I'm sure people will understand if you just tell them the whole story.
There's no need for that. This burden is mine to bear, and mine alone.
You know, Felix, I've been thinking. Actually, never mind.
What? You can't say that and then not tell me. Come on, out with it.
I don't know, I really shouldn't. Just forget I said anything.
Is your conscience getting in the way? Say it.
Okay, it's just... Even though you never show it, I can tell you really care about Dimitri and the others. You all right there, Felix? There's no reason to get all choked up over it.
It's your fault for saying something so ridiculous.
Hey, you're the one who asked. But it's true, isn't it? I know I'm right.
And what proof do you have?
Oh, for one, you move way better when you're fighting alongside them.
That's only because I've known them so long now I can predict their every move. The boar always rushes straight into enemy lines, so I have to be ready to cover it. Of course, few can survive one of his mad dashes. But I can't just leave him alone. The man doesn't give his own safety a second thought. We don't coordinate, though. I just stick around to make sure the coast is clear for him to run wild.
Huh. But when you're fighting with Ingrid, you're usually the one who ends up charging forward.
Yes, because her Pegasus is an easy target for enemy archers. It's better for me to dash ahead first and eliminate any potential threats. Not that she's incapable of dodging an arrow or two, but she loses sight of her surroundings in the heat of battle. If she advanced before I did, a cloud of arrows would be the end of her.
Uh-huh. So then why do you always get surrounded when you're fighting with Sylvain?
Because the braggart always insists on showing off. Though if nothing else, he does have the skill to fight his way out of any bind.
Sounds like that's not part of your strategy then. But you'd still never pull it off if you didn't trust each other.
It's all natural for a soldier.
Honestly, it's impressive how well you work with everyone. I should take a page or two out of your book and learn more about the people I fight with. Maybe having a better grasp on their personalities would help me coordinate our movements better.
Who knows? You're welcome to try at least. If you've already got a good read on me, the others shouldn't be an issue. Anyway, we're done here. Talking to you is exhausting.
Oh, it's you. What are you doing?
Hey, Ash. Not much, just perusing this tactics book. Have you read it before?
I sure have. It was popular in Leicester a few years back, if I remember right. I picked it up myself back at the monastery, but it was so dense it took me ages to finish.
It's a pretty tough one, I'll give you that. But there's some great stuff in here too, if you can get past the writing.
Hold on. You were born in a remote mountain village in Ordelia territory, right?
Yeah. What's your point?
I guess I'm just impressed you can handle such an obtuse book, given your upbringing. I mean, nobles and the children of rich families are taught to read by default, but most commoners never get the opportunity. Honestly, I've been wondering who taught you ever since our time at the academy. I hope I didn't offend you. I'm just curious.
Nah, it's fine. I learned from my mom. Adoptive mom, that is. Looking back on it now, it is kind of weird that someone as smart as her was off living in the middle of nowhere like that.
I'm sure she must have had a reason for being there.
Hard to say. She never liked talking about her past, so I don't know much beyond what I saw for myself.
At the very least, it's obvious she was well educated. That's clear just from looking at you. Not only can you read and write, but you know arithmetic and how to navigate with a map, too. In that sense, you're not so different from the average noble or knight raised in the lap of luxury.
Really? I don't think it's that big a deal, personally.
Oh, but it is. Not many commoners are literate and educated like you are. They don't need any of that stuff to make a living, so it's not really viewed as a necessary skill. You know, I didn't know how to read myself until I met Lenato.
Huh. Now that you mention it, I never really saw the other mercs in my company with a book in their hands. Except for the captain, of course. Makes me wonder where my mom learned all that. But it's not like I can ask her now. She's gone.
Oh.
Hey. What kind of greeting is that? I gave you my title, not free license for insolence.
Spare me the lecture. I have a question about the lords of Southern Fraldaria's territory.
So you're having trouble with them as well, are you? Let me guess. They're withholding provisions. Or perhaps they refuse to send troops they promised.
How did you know?
Because I've been through the same thing with them any number of times.
Southern soldiers are unskilled, but they make up for it with sheer numbers. I need their cooperation, yet they refuse to negotiate. And I have no idea how to convince them.
Yes. I imagine they're dealing with their own issues.
And what issues would those be?
When they refused to send reinforcements for the invasion of Srang, it was because the lords were embroiled in a succession dispute. If one house sent soldiers, the others would pounce on the opportunity to move against them. But mere letters could never have told you something like that.
So you went around to each territory personally?
Yes. Though considering we're presently on war footing, doing so now would be unwise.
Well, that's hardly helpful, but I'll take it into consideration and see what I can do. Something funny?
Just thinking that you've grown into a fine duke.
Were you expecting me to fail? You're the one who gave me the title, after all.
True. But I inherited the role when I was much older than you. You're doing extremely well for your age. It seems I raised two very capable sons.
Don't tell me you're glorifying Glenn's death again.
Felix.
I've been walking in your footsteps, serving our king and leading an army of knights. After all that, I thought maybe I'd come to understand you a bit better. But I still can't stomach what you said that day.
Looks like I overstepped yet again. Perhaps the two of us will never see eye to eye. If Glenn were alive, I half suspect he'd say I was being childish.
That was quite the sigh. What's the matter, Sylvain?
Oh, nothing. Well, except there's a guy in my unit who keeps acting up, and I'm not sure what to do.
You don't say.
I don't think I like the face you're making.
Let me ask, just to be sure. Is this mysterious troublemaker in fact you?
Hey, I've changed. I swear I have. But no, it's not me. It's one of my knights. He keeps walking around breaking stuff and getting into fights, and I'm spending all my time apologizing for it.
So you finally understand how I felt. You know, I never thought this day would come. You really have changed, Sylvain. Perhaps this warrants a celebration.
Then you better bring your purse because I'm ordering 2 of everything. Seriously, Ingrid, you don't have to sound that impressed. With school suspended and the war raging, we've all had to adapt to changing circumstances. Felix and Dimitri both succeeded their fathers, and are now burning the candle at both ends, right? I can't go around causing trouble with unending scandals when I'm supposed to be the mature one of the bunch.
It is wonderful to see you turn a new leaf.
I told you to stop sounding so impressed. Ugh, I suppose I had this coming.
I am sorry, Sylvain. I was only teasing. Think of it as payback for everything you put me through. Still, not having to clean up after you has been a real weight lifted from my shoulders.
Yeah, I was a handful in my wild days, but looking back, I really appreciate everything you did for me.
In that case, you should make the change permanent so you never cause trouble for anyone again. Though, honestly, I do not really know what to do with myself now that I am not spending all my time apologizing for you. Frankly, I was convinced you were useless without me.
Sorry. Again.
Please, no. You gave me experience I'd never have gotten otherwise. If I were truly miserable, I would have abandoned you to the wolves long ago. Besides, it wasn't all bad. You were the one who finally coaxed me from my room after Glenn's death, remember?
Okay, I'm confused. Do you want me to go back to being a huge flirt, or...?
Don't be ridiculous.
Figured.
As you said, we have all had to adapt to changing circumstances, which means we cannot cling to the past forever. You and I are no exception. It is merely a touch sad to come to the realization.
Care to make yourself useful? We all must do our fair share.
Hunger is the true enemy.
Hey, this is great. I bet anyone would love this stuff.
You made this. Impressive.
This surprise pleases me. How did you know I would have enjoyment of this?
Come back whenever you're hungry.
Hey, Dedu, what are you doing here? You need something?
No, but I must ask, what are you doing here?
Just, making sure all the equipment's in good shape. With how rough yesterday's battle was, I figured it couldn't hurt to round up all the weapons that got broken and try my hand at fixing them.
I see.
Sorry? Should I not have taken them out at night or something? You're giving me this look like you don't trust me.
You have His Majesty's trust. I will not lay a hand on you. But I would like to better understand who you are.
Come on, we've spent 2 whole years together, and you're still giving me the side eye?
Time does not make a potential traitor any less a traitor.
I guess you have a point there. And I'm sure you've seen plenty of betrayal at the Capitol. Besides, I don't exactly want to go losing my employer either. So feel free to keep as many eyes out as you think necessary. Dimitri clearly needs all the help he can get. I mean, he made me a commanding officer without so much as a second thought to my past or my intentions.
Yet that conviction makes people follow him. And I agree with his decision. Having you close by is convenient.
What, so you can keep a better eye on me? It doesn't really matter. As long as he's paying me, I'll do whatever I've got to do to win for him. Oh, and if I do anything suspicious, you're more than welcome to cut me down right then and there.
A very mercenary response.
Well, yeah, that's what I am. I might have risen the ranks, and I might have my own unit now, but I'm still a merc at heart. As long as I get the results, everything else, like trust and respect, will follow. At least, that's what my old Captain Burling taught me. So I guess I don't have much choice but to just keep at it till I earn your trust.
I see. Now, these weapon repairs will take time. Allow me to aid you.
You sure you don't mean keep an eye on me? Glad to have your help, though, Dedu.
Care to make yourself useful?
I've got nothing to worry about with the 2 of you on the job.
Let's get this over with quickly, so we can have a nice cup of tea.
Ooh, yes please. And maybe some of your treats to go with it? Whew, all done. Nice work out there, Mercy.
You were splendid yourself, Annie. I think we've earned ourselves a relaxing tea break.
We all must do our fair share.
Care to make yourself useful?
I've got nothing to worry about with the two of you on the job.
Stuck with you again? Fine, let's get this over with.
Indeed. We should finish this quickly for both of our sakes.
What do you expect? That was child's play.
And yet... no. We can leave it at that. I appreciate the help today, Felix.
We all must do our fair share. Care to make yourself useful? We all must do our fair share.
Hunger is the true enemy.
Yeah, I'm already down to my last bite. Are you going to finish that?
You can have it if you want. It's always a thrill watching you eat.
Come back whenever you're hungry. Hunger is the true enemy.
Yeah, the flavor's not really there.
Next time, I will treat you to one of my home-cooked meals. You will join us, will you not, brother?
Yes, my dear Flame. I always look forward to your culinary masterpieces.
Come back whenever you're hungry. Hunger is the true enemy.
Yeah, the flavor's not really there.
This is delicious. Why are you looking at me like that, Felix? I won't share my portion with you if that's what you're wondering.
I don't want your scraps, old man. I swear sometimes.
Come back whenever you're hungry. Hunger is the true enemy. Come back whenever you're hungry. Hunger is the true enemy.
Solid.
My, this is heavenly. You're quite the cook.
I could scarf down some seconds, no problem. Maybe even thirds.
Come back whenever you're hungry. Hunger is the true enemy.
Solid, solid.
This reminds me of my youth. The days I spent with Glenn and my father.
Oh, thanks. Did you know this was one of my favorites?
Come back whenever you're hungry.
Care to make yourself useful?
Counting on you both.
I will see it done speedily.
Yes, I'm ready.
We all must do our fair share. Thank you. That is making it much clearer. Didu, what are you looking at?
Just admiring your diligence. You're different than I used to be. You can already make yourself understood. Why is it so important to master this language?
For the future. Bridget's and mine. I will be the queen of Bridget. I must be having good diplomacy with Fodlan.
Because your country's stuck between two powers, Fodlan and Dagda.
Yes. And no matter who is winning this war, Bridget must be attending negotiations. If the Empire gains victory, my betrayal will be causing much trouble.
Most likely.
I must be defending myself and my actions. I must be making myself understood.
And that's why you study so intently.
Yes. If I am working hard now, maybe I can achieve a better outcome later. Will Bridget and Fodlan be having a good relationship? Or a bad one? The answer is on my shoulders. And I am thinking it is the same for you. You will be leading relations for Fodlan and Dusker, yes?
Yes, though there's only so much I can do. His Majesty wants to make Dusker independent one day. And I will do all I can to help him.
For much time, I thought you were simply the guard of his body. But this is wrong. You work without rest for the good of your people. You tell Dimitri what you are thinking. You have much responsibility. It is very impressive.
I don't know how much good I have done. But I care for my people and their future. We have that in common.
Yes, We are alike.
Indeed.
So let us be winning this war together, and seeing both of our dreams come true. Fodlan and Duska for you, Fodlan and Bridget for me. With your with your help, I can accomplish so much. Can I count on my mentor to be sharing more wisdom?
I'm a mentor now?
Yes. And I will always be here for you too. All you need to be doing is asking. Now, keep teaching me more words, my mentor. I have eagerness for learning.